Good morning, all, and welcome to Alma Love Books. I'm your host, Alma, and let's get started, shall we? Today is day 4 of Top 7, and today's topic is Top 7 Fictional Worlds. Now, I'm not normally one to concentrate too much on my settings, so this one took me a little while to figure out for myself. And yes, I did cheat just a little bit. Just a little. Please forgive me. The first 3 worlds that I want to talk about are from the same series of books. This is the Giver series, and that is The Giver, Gathering Blue, Messenger, and Sun. The first world that you come across in the Giver series is Jonas's world. And he lives in a world that is all gray and black and white, and, everything is basically decided for you. Everyone's equal. There's no illnesses. Before you get into how terrible this world actually is, the idea of utopia in that sense makes me happy. It's so well thought out. The next one in the series is Gathering Blue, and this is Kira's side of the story and her village, where it's very low tech. It's kind of, I want to say, medieval in a sense, where there's a huge sense of community. Everybody has their jobs, and while things are allowed to be decided by whomever is deciding them, they go into depth into how the community fully decides whether something lives or something dies. The next set is Messenger and Sun. They both, Sun kind of takes place in 3 different villages. Like, it starts off with Jonas's village and then it moves forward. But let's talk about Messenger, because the Messenger is where all 3 of the other stories kind of connect. It's the village of outcasts, so to speak. So, in the village of outcasts, anybody who got free from any of the villages around them, and they all came, and the village where everybody comes that doesn't fit into any other village, and they kind of start their own life and their own set of rules and all of this. And I like the sense of community that all of these different villages had for the people who belonged specifically to those villages. The next world I am going to talk about is Peter Pan. Now, I know technically it was a screenplay, and then it was a movie, and then it was a book, but I love Neverland, guys. I love it. A place where you never have to grow up. Sounds absolutely fantastic to me. Kind of anarchaic, but super fantastic. And I love the Mermaid Lagoon. I love, love, love Neverland, guys. And the next one I'm going to talk about is The House of Night. Now, this one is technically still our world, but not. There is an island in this series, I think it comes about in the 4th book, and it's called the Isle of Skye, and everything is ancient, like super ancient. We're talking ancient Greek type ancient, and it's just, she describes it as vibrant and colorful and like nothing you've ever seen before. And I love the idea of ancient. And I like the idea that it hasn't been desecrated by society yet. And of course, I have to include a children's book in this because, let's face it, Some of the best worlds you will ever find are included in children's books. And one of my favorite worlds is the world of the Lorax, before the Onceler came in and screwed everything up. It was beautiful and vibrant, and there was just water and trees for days. You got the swoomy swans and the barbaloots and the humming fish, and they live so cohesively and happily, and I love the beauty of the naturalness of this particular Dr. Seuss inspired world. And then last but not least is the Dream a Little Dream trilogy. Now, I've already mentioned Dream a Little Dream in another set of videos, and I like the concept of this book. It's amazing. But I like the dream corridor. So it's just basically a long hallway, and there's a bunch of doors on the sides, and as long as you have in possession, you're holding something while you sleep that belongs to that other person, you can enter their dreams.